ask, what is a denomination? Why there's so many, and who made up all the denominations we have? You see, when you have two people who have two different beliefs, you can either say, well, we're just Christians. And that's the reality. But I go to a church over here that believes something slightly different than this church over here, and those are denominations. That's kind of the long and short of it. The church has always been made up of Christians who share a common faith, but sometimes don't see eye to eye on smaller points. And that's how denominations got started, was people were following one pastor over here, and people were following a different pastor over there, and you started finding there were different groups. And I think in the early church, I sent Caleb, I was reading a bunch of early church father quotes from the first 300 or 400 years of the church. And you can see Irenaeus and Tertullian and Origen and all these guys, they were, the goal, they were trying to keep it one church with just one theology and one doctrine. But with the spread and so many new people and so many churches, it was hard to keep it all together. And you'd find that there were different groups. And so as far as the Catholic Church being the original church, you can't really make the claim. It's really hard to do that. But as far as denominations are concerned, today we have many different denominations, and the Catholic Church is just a denomination, is what it is. And the Eastern Orthodox Church and the different branches of it is just a denomination. And the charismatic Catholics is just a denomination kind of branch of the Roman Catholic Church. And there are Protestant denominations. And just like every church, there are believers and unbelievers, wheat and tares, in every church body. Some are made up of more wheat than tares. Some are made up of more tares than wheat. The healthier the church, you're going to find more wheat and less tares. Churches that usually have very off doctrine or whatever, you might find more tares, but I wouldn't deny that there's wheat in there. I know many born-again Catholics. I think that they would probably grow better in a different church. But I know many born-again Catholics. And so this idea of denominations, why are there so many denominations? Because people see things differently. And this is where it was Augustine who talked about, that in the things essential, we must have unity. I bring up like the Apostles' Creed, right? With the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit, that Jesus died and was resurrected and he ascended into heaven. Like, these are essentials we must agree on. But then there are those things that are kind of, they're non-essential. They're non-essential. How do we take communion? It's not essential whether you come up and take it or we pass it out. Do people want to dip it? Do they want wine or do they want grape juice? Do they want this? Those are not essential things. We can have different beliefs on those things. And in those things, unity. So he said in essentials, or unity, in non-essentials, charity or love is the idea, grace. And then in everything, love. Yeah, something like that.